They live a different life.
Did you have to be there, present with the car?
You
What, the
could just walk
charge?
away.
Nah,
No, you can walk away, but you don't anticipate somebody just popping the squat and pissing.
I remember I told you the McDonald's lady, she peed right, looking that nigga in his face, right on the floor, looking at the McDonald's employee. Like, nigga, you took too long to get the key, nigga.
That's mental health
Splash
issue.
all over the
That was right here, wasn't it?
Word.
That's
Just pissing on the floor, looking dead at that man.
Oh my God.
What happened? Yeah.
that's disgusting.
She looked
And he had to
like
clean
Freeway.
that up.
She looked exactly like Freeway. Yeah, word.
How much of the interview did you get through?
40 minutes maybe.
Okay.
I'd say like maybe 30, 40 minutes. It was a lot.
It's a lot. I'm about an hour and 15 in or something like
Did
that.
you see me start talking about he trademarked
That's true.
AI and all type of shit like
It's
that?
actually true.
So that's tricky.
What I took away from it is that the man is really intelligent.
No, he's smart as fuck.
He's definitely intelligent, and he's I guess some type of a scientist. All science is theory, though.
He tells me
So even
1
if he's
times 1
wrong,
equals 2, I'm lost.
I thought
Nah,
that was
he didn't say
interesting.
that.
He did.
That's what he said, and he
on,
said zero
man.
don't
He
exist.
did.
But one time, I can't hear the rest. I'm not able to hear that, my nigga.
Yeah.
1 times 1. There ain't nothing else to talk about, my nigga. It's like that new math they sending the kids home with. I can't fuck with
What's
it.
the new math?
Nah, there's a completely different math. Math is different.
But you do arrive at the same answer. It's just the
way they get
the
there.
method
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
way of getting there is different.
What's wrong with the old math?
Terrance
There's
Howard.
nothing wrong.
Terrance
know.
Howard
When the shit
is
says
not
3
doing
plus
math.
7, if it's anything other than 10, I can't fuck with it. It says it there. And you have to write
PEMDAS and all that shit
Yo,
like
my
that.
nigga. PEMDAS.
PEMDAS been around. You
But
right?
nah, it's not PEMDAS.
It's
though.
not PEMDAS.
New
Yeah,
shit.
that's what we used to do. Is PEMDAS.
Word.
They doing something different.
Show your
Terrance.
work. It'd be 13 paragraphs of shit for
Yeah.
one question. This shit is wild.
Yeah.
Like, never mind. You gonna fail this one, kiddo. I don't know how to.
Terrance Howard's just saying numbers though.
Being
That's
that Google
completely
mad
different.
shit.
I mean,
1 times
again,
1
science is theory, right? And he has a lot of theories. Now,
No, they've
if
settled
you can
that though.
prove
It's
them,
not theory anymore.
no, that's what science will always be. Science will always be theories.
It's going
you go to-
as we get into AI and
Mhm.
we can do more complicated equations. A lot of shit is going to change.
No, of course. Like,
agree
you know,
with
you're talking about quantum mechanics and all of that. But what I'm saying is you have a theory,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Or like a hypothesis or something. And then there's a whole scientific method.
Mhm.
And then they prove shit. That's how, like, stuff works.
That's what science is. It's
Yeah.
come up with a theory and then try to prove it. And so
Yeah.
all I'm saying is
So,
Terrance had
like,
a lot
for
of
instance,
theories.
the camera that's recording me right now is not a theory anymore. That shit's right there. I'm looking at it.
So it's a camera.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Terrance had a lot of theories. Now some of them turned out to be AI, AR, VR, which is no longer a theory.
Okay, but so I'll give you an example. I can come up
Wait
with
up, stop for a second. What about my example? World of Windows is his
Yes.
trademark.
So I'm getting
So he
to it.
came up with
I was-
AR
I
and
was gonna
VR.
address that.
So is that not real?
Okay, so imagine I came up with an idea, right?
It was a theory. It
So-
would be a theory.
So I said, hey, I have an idea for a rocket ship. I don't know how to make that shit, but I have an idea for it. So I own it forever.
That's not what he did, though.
I understand.
Yeah.
So he basically took the idea and he basically put enough behind it where he could basically create the patent for it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean Terrance Howard himself would have been able to go out and invent it, because if he would have been able to, he would have.
But
He didn't-
nobody else had the theory
Yeah.
to.
No, AR has been around since like old science fiction. Then you could, just because like the nigga that invented Star Trek didn't go out and get the patent doesn't mean
Wait
no
up, Red,
one
did you
else
see?
thought of it.
Did you see
before.
his patent?
Yes, I did. They
So-
actually went through it on the Rogan video.
Exactly. And so there was a lot of it that exists now, right?
Yeah, and then the way patents work, unfortunately, because people do shit like that with trademarking and patent law and whatever,
Yeah.
you have to circle back and you have to cite the patent legally.
Right. So we're not talking about legally. I'm saying he had an idea that
Yes.
currently exists. So he's got to be kind of intelligent to come up with an
I
actual
didn't say
idea.
he wasn't intelligent.
I'm just saying, because you said a lot of it was bullshit. I'm saying he actually had an idea and he mapped out AR and
How are
VR.
those two things mutually exclusive? You could be smart and still be full of shit.
You thought he's full of shit when he came up with something that exists?
I'll tell you when I thought he was full of shit.
Because that wasn't that one I was convinced on World of Windows.
When he
Okay.
said his first memory was dropping down,
When he was a baby.
into his mother's
A
womb.
fetus. That was crazy.
And then he put his hand in front of his face and was like, oh, that's a hand.
That was crazy.
And I was like,
Okay.
nigga, you full of shit.
That was a little crazy.
You remember that? And they was like, yo, here's your metal security card.
How do you explain epigenetics?
How do I explain what? I
How
don't
do you
explain
That's
that.
why
no.
it's his final form.
So,
That's
with
why it's his final form.
epigenetics, it states that the traits and things that we have, they're passed down from generation to generation. So there's thoughts, memories, things that we know that you don't know why you know, you just know it because of epigenetics. It got passed down from your grandfathers or your great-great-grandfather or whoever down the line. There's a lot of memories that we have access to, but we just don't know how to unlock the DNA code in order to get to it. The DNA code has petabytes of information. Petabytes,
Talk-
which
my
is
boy.
way more
your
than
shit.
My boy Potter.
and just
Yeah.
in a one strand of DNA. You're talking about millions of petabytes of information that we don't know what it is, and they say that it's junk DNA. Which if
Junk
it's
DNA?
just because we don't know what it does doesn't
Go
mean
to
that
your
it's
spam
junk.
folder.
It's just junk. Huh?
Go to your spam folder.
Pretty much.
So give me an example of this memory that I don't know.
No. It took everything in me not to break everything in this room right now. Dog,
It's
this
the
doesn't
truth.
make sense. Bife, it's
Nigga,
not though.
where did you get your information that says it doesn't exist? Thank you. Next
This
question.
nigga is Terrance Howard. That's
Next
Bife
question.
Howard, man.
Yo, there's an alien chilling on Mars right now. Prove me wrong.
No,
Nigga, how does that work?
we don't even have the technology to really say that we can do all
How convenient is that? This is a thing. We just can't
No.
prove it's a thing, but you can't prove it's not a thing.
Do you have
So-
DNA? Do we even know how the brain functions? That's the crazy
Yes.
part.
Yes.
There's parts of the brain that
Yes,
we
we do.
still don't know what it does. The computation
Actually,
amount of,
That whole thing is a myth.
It's
like
not
that
a
thing,
myth.
That thing where people are like, "Oh, you only use 10% of your brain."
that's not what I'm saying.
Hold on.
That's not what I'm saying. Let's
Okay.
stick to what I'm saying. I'm not
Hypothalamus.
saying
Yeah.
shit about the 10%.
Yeah.
Tapped into the petabyte.
But we gotta tap into the petabytes of information in our
Okay.
brain that
Yeah.
our grandfather.
Go ahead and look up
Word.
the
So
the
then,
DNA.
how about your grandfather? Where did his memories come from?
Their epigenetics is a real
OG.
thing.
And then
Science
his
has
memories
proved-
come from.
Science has proved that
Okay, word.
epigenetics is a real thing.
So then you
how
remember
many
slavery.
How many times have you hypothesized about something? You just had a
your
thought,
shit.
like, damn, that could be whatever it is. And then something happens where you find out, like, oh shit, I was right. How the fuck did you know it if you were never introduced to the information, you never seen it before, but you have a theory, and then you can prove that theory?
So
It's happened
there's
mad
either an educated guess or coincidence.
But how do you get to an educated guess without all of the building
Education.
blocks? No.
Generally,
If you don't have all of the pieces and you don't know how you got all the pieces, how do you know the thing that you're hypothesizing if you don't even know where you
so
got the
my
pieces?
grandfather thought of this.
It's not what I
and
said.
I somehow remembered it through his.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
You're absolutely right.
Yo, what?
That's just passed down from many generations.
You feel
Yeah.
me? That's what
Petabytes.
all the petabytes is. in your
Petabytes is in the
stash, nigga.
stash.
Crazy.
That makes mad sense.
I'm just saying.
I be quietly like losing my mind in here sometimes, like just ever so quiet.
Is epigenetics a real thing?
How you think we feel?
I guess we're on the same page.
Niggas just trying to edit the clips. It's impossible. Impossible, Reg.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, dog. Enough is enough.
Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. For more content, click over here. And most importantly, sign up for our Patreon. We need the money. Reg, stop lying.